Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Mike here at Game From Scratch. Today we are checking out Bitsy. Now Bitsy was described as a little editor for creating little games, and that's probably as succinctly as you can put it. And Bitsy is not going to be for everyone, but for someone just looking to make fun, simple games, Bitsy could be a good experience for you. This was actually created by a Microsoft engineer who wanted to be able to make simple games on his phone on the way to work during this commute, and that's how Bitsy came about. Here you can see it in action. It is pretty, it's bare bones. It is very, very minimal, but it's actually really well done. I like the way that the tools work. It's kind of like this workspace for handling things. You turn things on and off as you wish. So for example, I want to bring in and start painting things into the scene, such as our character's avatar. I can do so right here. At the same time, we have sprites, such as this cat down here. And you can see the dialogue is, I am a cat. Let's go ahead and add an animation to our cat. We'll go here, and this brings up the simple animation editor. Now we're gonna need colors. And in this case, we have a very, very limited palette. We've got basically 3 colors, a background color, a tile color, and a sprite color. Now, if you're saying, well, I want to do this, and it's not in Bitsy, well, that's because you should probably be using Unreal, Unity, or Godot. This is for, it's purposefully constrained. It's sort of like the micro consoles of the world, things like Pico 8, and probably even more constrained than that. So we're gonna go here, background color, we'll paint out those things. Our sprite color, we'll go here, and there you can see the effect of our animation. So now we have an animated cat. You see the results over here immediately. Let's change the cat's dialogue to, instead of I am a cat, to I am an inferior dog. You're not wondering where I am in the dogs versus cats world. That's where I am. So here you can see you create simple things in your world like so. You could go ahead and create another sprite. Just click plus, and then you draw. Really, that's about it. So let's say we wanted to do, I don't know, a diamond like so. Just basically, oops. All right, so let's, I really do wish that right click was delete. It is delete, but it also brings up the menu. All right, so here, 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 and double. All right, there we go. So we just created a diamond. I'll go ahead. We'll call this guy diamond, like so, and we accidentally just painted one in our world. By the way, you can also erase, again, right click. I wish it would capture that menu. So here you get your simple world, your environment. We can go ahead and play this example. Your game's title starts out there, and then you use basically WASD keys to wander around your world. We trigger off, there is our animated cat responding to us. So let's say we want to add some more details to this world. We're gonna change the title of our world to not team, T kills. Mwahahaha. All right, so that's what it is all about. Now we're gonna go here. We've got items in our world. We're gonna add a T item into our world right there. So now you can go ahead and pick that up. So we've got other things that we can do here. So for example, we can do dialogues. Here is the T dialogue. We also have one for the cat. So what we're gonna do with the T is like, don't you know T is deadly? And then what we do is an action after that dialogue. So we do an add, and then we can do here, exit, exit. All right, so we're gonna move them. We can move them into another room or something to that effect. That is basically the extent of your programming options. You can also do things like variables. So we could set an item count, T in inventory equals 1. Simple editor like so. So you can add basic logic in your communications, in your navigation, and so on. Speaking of navigation, you can also have multiple levels. So you see we got empty room 1 right now. I could go ahead and create a new room, called it, okay, room 2. Yeah, that works for me. We'll go with the tiles. We'll paint these tiles around the outside. A tile can be a wall or not a wall, by the way. So we'll just go ahead, create down here. So bump, 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 bump. So here is our simple level. Let's say we wanted to add a new tile here. So we only got the 1 so far. Let's create another one. We'll call this one water. And now I'm going to go ahead and in tile color, oops. Like so, and then finally, like so. And let's say we want to add some animation to that. We'll animate it. We'll go to the second one, and we will flip these. So I want you. So like so. And now we have animated water. With our water selected, we can now paint, let's make the water a wall, and we can paint some water into our world, like so. And yeah, that's kind of how it works. There's not a ton to this thing on the whole. Again, you can also create items in here such as tea. You can control your inventory and the number of these things that people have. There is simple variable control. It's not very well documented, but you can actually do logic in things. You can have it show the code that was created, so you can see there is this markup for here's how an item is added or exit is added. I really wish that there was better documentation of the variable process. There isn't a ton there. You can create new variables this way. So if you want to create a new variable, life equals not really. All right, so you can create variables that way. Pretty straightforward. Actually, I didn't actually create the variable. All of these things, you've got quick access to all of the items that make up your game over here. You can filter down, handle it that way. You can create your exits this way. Now an exit, let me just go ahead and get something out of here. So we got the exit in place. So we've got these two levels. We want to link between them. We go back to our first room, our example game right there, and we could create a new exit. So let's create a new exit. One-way exit. It goes from here to here. You can control the location where you'll spawn, such as here and here. You can notice the little white dot moves up kind of towards the top there as I change things around, so we'll spawn in at that point. So we can pick the location. Right now it is this corner right here. Let's move that over to, oops, I'm still drawing T. All right, so why is it not drawing my exit right now? Anyways, that exit will be hooked up now from example room, and it will go over to this location in destination. We go ahead and play it. So like so, come up here, boom, we go to our other level with our animated water. Now, when you've actually got things to the way you like it, there are a couple options. You just basically go ahead and download your game. This is as straightforward as it gets. By the way, you can also upload games here as well. Oh, sorry, stop playing. Stop playing. Download, comes down as a single HTML file, and you can open that up, share it with a friend, and so on. So let's go navigate to another room, and there you go. So that's a wall. I can't walk into it. There is not a ton of a lot more to it than this. Basically, this is the environment. It is about making these little experiments, little interactive demos and such. It is basically as minimalistic of a game engine as you can find. But if you're just trying to make these little simple experiments on the go, it could be an interesting one for you. You also got the ability to check out all of the game data. This also has your scripts and your logic in here as well. You can download it yourself. You can upload your own fonts that you wish to work with. You got a little bit of control over the settings. Other than that, that there, ladies and gentlemen, is Bitsy. And it's got kind of all that you need to make very simple games. Very, very simple games. But if you're trying to just work on it, you're trying to do these micro game jam type experiences, and you don't want to get boiled down into, well, any level of complexity, that is what something like this is all about. They also do a number of game jams all the time. Now, as you may have saw from that quick blip, this is also an open source project. It's updated fairly frequently. It's open source under the MIT license. If you want to go ahead and check that out, the code is available up on GitHub. As you can see, it is a JavaScript-based application. It's been around for like 4 years now, and it's interesting. It's definitely not for everyone. You are not going to be making a AAA or AA or A or B or C or a D game in this. You are creating little fun experimental programs you can share with a friend as an HTML file. And by the way, you can also use the download thing to upload a game and run it and edit it back in Bitsy. And you'll actually find you can actually do a reload at any time. And your settings are still there. You actually have to go ahead and create a new game. So there is an element of caching there. And I guess I should have mentioned that earlier on as well. This is in a browser. It is available at make.bitsy.org. Again, definitely not for everyone, but if you're looking for like that minimalistic, fun to play with, jamming sort of game engine for making small, simple experiences, Bitsy, that's the exact idea behind it. Let me know what you think. Comments down below. Talk to you all later. Goodbye.